Kathmandu. When you look at, you've seen that video, right? I mean, they're holding rifles. Now, are these rifles that they snatched from the police?
Yeah, they are the rifles they snatched. Like they didn't independently had it.
Right.
They were like when they were protesting somewhere, it got dropped.
Yeah.
And they carried, and they were just like they didn't even have the bullets for this. By the way,
Okay. So you're saying they were empty, they were just dummies and they didn't have bullets in them?
no, they were not dummies. They took it from police.
They took it from the police.
Like when
They
when the
snatched it,
protests got violence, police also ran away, right?
Yeah.
And it was dropped, and yeah.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. So the Delhi police has been doing a very, very shoddy investigation as far as the BMW killer driver is concerned. Now, if you're wondering why the Delhi police has not been able to show that the killer driver, Gaganpreet, was actually the real owner of the hospital, then there is something really wrong. Is the Delhi police covering up? Is there a reason why they've kept the facts from the public? Republic has done what the Delhi police has not. We have got the details of the ownership of New Life. That's our exclusive. Much more coming up. Here are the headlines. Republic investigation shows that the accused in the BMW case in Delhi that killed Finance Ministry official Navjot had direct links to the hospital. Her father is a director, her father is an owner of New Life.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन कहाँ आगे बढ़ रहा है आप ये बता पाएंगे, क्योंकि अभी तक पुलिस के साइड से ये नहीं स्टैब्लिश हो पाएगी क्या लिंक है, तो क्या ये एक तरीका है क्या टू गो सॉफ्ट ऑन द अक्यूज्ड? इज दिल्ली पुलिस नॉट गोइंग टू आंसर?
That's the Delhi police evading Republic TV not once, not twice, 3 times, completely silent on why they are not looking at specific angles in the story.
मई को भावलपुर के अंदर मौलाना मसूद अजहर की फैमिली के लोग बहने और बेटे और बच्चे रेजा रेजा हो गए.
Ilyas Kashmiri top Jaish-e-Mohammed commander admits Operation Sindoor impact. Says Masood Azhar's family was torn into pieces by India's strikes. Back to back, it's a confession Tuesday for Pakistan. Its minister now admits that India rejected third-party intervention. Ladies and gentlemen, Republic TV has done what the Delhi police could not. The Delhi police failed to show a direct link between the killer of the BMW, the killer driver, the lady behind the wheels. Her name is Gaganpreet. They refused to investigate the angle of her family owning the hospital where Navjot was taken. So if you're wondering why the Finance Ministry official Navjot after being struck in Dholakua was taken 19 kilometers away to New Life. We have found the answer through documents. The father of Gaganpreet, the driver who was behind the wheel, the lady who killed Navjot. It's now confirmed that her father was the owner. Her father was the owner of the hospital. He was a director, held shares in New Life Hospital. That's a confirmed link between the killer and the hospital that we are exposing through documents, something that the Delhi police, for some mysterious reason, just went silent. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. That's the document we have accessed. It's the New Life Advanced Diagnostics Private Limited, where he was taken, where Navjot was taken, dragged to in a transport vehicle. The signature, you see, the Javinder Singh. In this document, Javinder Singh, that's the father of Gaganpreet. Father is the director. She decided to take Navjot to the hospital because it is a family-run hospital. The bigger cover-up has been exposed by Republic. Here's the full story. We also have a story. We will play out the entire report. But Republic investigation also shows that the accused in the BMW hit-and-run case, it's not really hit-and-run case, hit-and-kill case, had direct links with the hospital. And there are more and more people who are coming out speaking on it. Take a look, or rather listen in to this conversation.
गगनप्रीत के मामा का हॉस्पिटल है या फिर मामा उनका है रिलेटिव है वो आती रहती है यहाँ पे लाश में आती है मैं देखा नहीं अंदर अंदर है तो बाहर से बाहर जाने का पता ही नहीं वो मामा ये है मामी इतना नहीं पता रिलेटिव है इतना पता उनको मोटा मोटा
So there is a document that links the killer driver Gaganpreet to the owner of the hospital, which is her father. So daughter is the driver and the killer, father is the owner and someone who perhaps helps in the cover-up. There is so much to be investigated, but the Delhi police, for some reason, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, refused to even ask for her custody. Why did they not even ask for her custody? They claimed tampering of evidence, but they did not want her custody. Look at that. Marine Industries, in this document, you can see that Gaganpreet, let's go back to the previous document, Marine Industries, I'll just play that again. Marine Industries, you can see this, Gaganpreet Makkar, there you see the second name, Javinder Singh is her father. This is a document with the government of India that you have to file in the registrar of companies, and then Javinder Singh, the name you see there, seen in all of the New Life documents. Let's show you those documents. The New Life documents. The second document, I'm just playing that out right now. There it is, New Life Diagnostics, Javinder Singh, again, a director, a shareholder in this particular company. He's a director there. So obviously, when daughter had killed Navjot, she wanted to cover up, and perhaps that's why Navjot, who was in his last moments, and the wife of Navjot were taken in a transport vehicle, in a truck almost, in a transport van to New Life Hospital. And this answers everything. This is the full story so far.
Navjot's wife Sandeep Kaur kept pleading to be taken to a nearby hospital. Yet, the accused drove them 19 kilometers away to New Life Hospital in a Porter van. Republic investigation blows the lid off. BMW driver Gaganpreet's father is a director of the New Life Hospital. This isn't the only link. Killer driver Gaganpreet's uncle is also linked to the hospital.
किसके गगनप्रीत के मामा का हॉस्पिटल है या फिर
हॉस्पिटल उनका है, रिलेटिव है उनके,
वो आती रहती है यहाँ पे लड़कियाँ
आते हैं, मैं देखा नहीं, अंदर अंदर है, अंदर बाहर से बाहर मुझे तो पता ही नहीं।
वो मामा ये है मम्मी
इतना नहीं करते हैं, पता रिलेटिव है, इतना पता उनको मोटा मोटा
मोटा मोटा
If you see, the incident took place in the southwest district of Dhaulakua area near metro pillar number 67, and from there the victim was taken over here in the Mukherjee Nagar area. This is the GTB Mukherjee Nagar area where this hospital is, and here you can see this is the information that we have received. And after that, the victim's son has also claimed that if his father would have been taken to a different hospital, if any government hospital or any super specialty hospital, then his life could have been saved. But here you see what we have seen that
Delhi police has conducted the post-mortem 72 hours after the incident. When asked questions on why Delhi police is going soft on the accused driver, why they did not seek police remand, they remained completely silent.
Mr. Singh, why are you evading questions? Why are you evading questions, Mr. Singh? Is Delhi police trying to save the accused in this case? How are you taking the investigation? Why are you evading questions? Mr. Singh, you have to answer. Excuse me, Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, आपने कस्टडी क्यों नहीं, पुलिस ने कस्टडी के लिए फाइट किया फॉर ये गगनप्रीत की कस्टडी के लिए? क्या एक अटेम्प्ट किया गया था क्या कि उनको फेस वैल्यू पे क्यों लिया जा रहा है? आपने कस्टडी के लिए क्यों नहीं लड़ाई किया, मिस्टर सिंह? मिस्टर सिंह, क्या फेस वैल्यू लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं आप लोग? इन्वेस्टिगेशन कहाँ आगे बढ़ा आप ये बता पाएंगे? क्योंकि अभी तक पुलिस के साइड से ये नहीं स्टैब्लिश हो पाएगी क्या लिंक है। तो अब ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्या ये एक तरीका है क्या टू गो सॉफ्ट ऑन द अक्यूज? इज दिल्ली पुलिस नॉट गोइंग टू आंसर? मिस्टर सिंह, इज दिल्ली पुलिस चूजिंग नॉट टू आंसर? व्हाई डिड दिल्ली पुलिस नॉट टेक द कस्टडी yesterday? मिस्टर सिंह,
Can Navjot's death be allowed to be one of these luxury murders, with the killer getting away courtesy inaction of the system?
So obviously someone is paid off. Akhil, someone is paid off because the Delhi police did not for some reason ask for custody, did not declare to the media or did not reveal full details of the father's ownership of the hospital, right? They did not do that. Neither did they ask this van driver whose name is Mohammed something, right? Mohammed, what's his name? Gusam something. What is his name again, Akhil? Gulfam. Okay, Mohammed Gulfam. Mohammed Gulfam, right? They did not question him. Did he just land up at the site or was he called? Right? This is a very carefully crafted narrative that the Delhi police wants to go out to the media. So it appears that the Delhi police is in cahoots with this Gaganpreet Javinder family. Is that the sense you're getting, Akhil? Is that what the documents prove?
Well, Niranjan, if you see, despite making several requests, what we have got to know that the victim in this case, if you see, Navjot's wife has been requested twice in the FIR, in the police first statement, what we have seen, that she has requested twice to take her to a nearby hospital. And if you see in that very periphery of the radius of that Dhaulakua area, there are 5 to 6 prominent hospitals where the patient could have taken after that very incident. And if you see what we have also learned from the victim's son itself, he has said that if his father would have taken to a nearby hospital, then the result would have been different. And if you see today, what we have seen, the cremation of Navjot Singh took place on the very date when is the birthday of his son. So right now, what we have seen that in this case, what has happened that the accused Gaganpreet basically took to the victim approximately 19 kilometers away from the very spot to a hospital in the North District. And what we have seen that in that direction, there were several attempts made by, it's very likely by the accused or someone who is close to the hospital administration, because in this regard, what we have seen that Delhi police later on has pressed on section, which is section 238A of negligence. So negligence case has also also been pressed by the Delhi police later on. But what was the need of pressing that case? That still needs an answer in that direction, Niranjan.
Okay, thank you for that. Those are the pictures, ladies and gentlemen. And Republic TV, like we did in the Pune Posha case, the only channel to get to the bottom of the Delhi BMW case. And we will continue to investigate and ask the Delhi police some uncomfortable questions perhaps they're not really used to. Let's get to the next big exclusive on 7 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the truth that Pakistan has ended up confessing on the global stage. Not once, not twice. In fact, there are 3 or 4 sound bites today where Pakistani terrorists themselves are confessing. It's a confession Tuesday where ministers in Pakistan, terrorists in Pakistan, they're all just singing the Operation Sindoor truth. Jaish commander Ilyas Kashmiri, one of the most wanted terrorists in India, Ilyas Kashmiri has admitted not just what others are reporting, other channels are reporting, that he has said, yes, Masood Azhar's family was blown up. Well, everybody knew that Masood Azhar's family was blown up. But we have another sensational clip, ladies and gentlemen. Masood Azhar says, Masood Azhar's aide Ilyas Kashmiri says, Masood Azhar is the one causing the wars. He says Masood Azhar is causing the wars. We are the reason for nuclear war. Admitting indirectly that Jaish-e-Mohammed was behind the Pulwama attack. Take a listen.
ये बताइए वो अमेरिकी सदर ट्रम्प से लेकर दिल्ली के मोदी तक, वो नेतन्याहू से लेकर मॉस्को तक, इन वीटो पावर और इन नेटो कुव्वतों के बीच में अगर इस जमीन की कोई शख्सियत डिस्कस हो रही है, मौजू बन रही है और इन एटमी मुल्कों के माबेन जंग की अगर कोई वजह बन रही है तो वो अमीरुल मुजाहिदीन मुल्क। ये बताइए वो अमेरिकी सदर ट्रम्प से लेकर दिल्ली के मोदी तक, वो नेतन्याहू से लेकर मॉस्को तक, इन वीटो पावर और इन नेटो कुव्वतों के बीच में अगर इस जमीन की कोई शख्सियत डिस्कस हो रही है, मौजू बन रही है और इन एटमी मुल्कों के माबेन जंग की अगर कोई वजह बन रही है तो वो अमीरुल मुजाहिदीन मौलाना मसूद अजहर है।
Well, back-to-back confessions. This is the video that was accessed earlier this morning where Ilyas Kashmiri, one of the Jaish top terrorists, admits that Masood Azhar's family was blown apart by India during Operation Sindoor, confirming the strikes that hit Bahawalpur, demolished Masood Azhar's empire, wiped out his family, including top terrorists. Not just that, he's also asked for Pakistani terrorists to fight in Gaza, saying that Pakistan should send terrorists to Gaza. This is the Jaish-e-Mohammed admitting and confirming that they want to send their terrorists to fight in Gaza against Israel now. There are 2 sound bites. Let's play them out.
वो आज मैं ये बात वाज़े और तोतो कहूं तो नजरें उठाकर देख लीजिए, गज़ा पुकार रहा है, मस्जिद अक्सा आवाज दे रही है, बैतुल मुक़द्दस के गिर्द बना हुआ हमास के मुजाहिदीन का हिसार वो हुलूल हो रहा है, पानी और खून के अंदर तहलील हो रहा है। ऐ मिल्लत इस्लामिया, नबी का जिहाद, नबी की तलवार, नबी का खिताब, रब का कुरान मैदानों से लेकर यहाँ तक पुकार रहा है। रब्बे काबा की कसम, जिहाद के साथ जुड़ जाओ, मेरा रब तुम्हें इज्जत और बुलंदियां देगा इंशाअल्लाह।
Okay, Major General Bishamar Dayal is joining us on the broadcast. General Dayal, I mean, what do I say about these videos? There is a video where he says Masood Azhar's family was blown apart. There is a second video where he says, you know, Masood Azhar is the reason why nuclear wars are happening, admitting that they are behind the attacks. Third, he says we should do jihad in Gaza. We should send Pakistani terrorists to Gaza. Now, where do I start? I don't know, but maybe you can start with Operation Sindoor, where they've admitted that his family was wiped out.
Thank you, firstly, allowing me to join you at such a short notice. But the thing is, let's be very clear that in Op Sindoor, whether they agree, they accept or not, we have caused them enough damage. We have eliminated their families. Some of the top terrorists have been eliminated. Unfortunately, the three top, I always call them their Trimuhi of terrorism. Unfortunately, all three of them live, and all three of them gets funded from various agencies, including the Chinese, including now maybe some American agencies. So they keep getting these funds, they keep rebuilding their infrastructure, they keep recruiting people. So that's on. Unfortunately, Pakistan refuses to learn any lessons. So it's on the cards. We don't need any confirmation. I think since 91, one thing, at least the Indian Army, Indian Armed Forces, and our generalship has always been very clear that it is all Pakistan-sponsored, Pakistan-promoted, Pakistani-trained, Pakistani-funded. The terrorism in India is absolutely all Pakistan ki deen hai. It's not, nothing is here homegrown. It's all there. So it's we who got to see how to deal with them and how to keep dealing with them. We have punished them in Sindoor. We have caused enough damage to their infrastructure. We have a large number of families of terrorists have been killed. But let me also tell you that terrorists in Pakistan is like, you can walk into a fish bazaar and buy fish. You can hire more terrorists. You can train them. And so their ideology will not go. They are jihadis. They are actually, and they're doing all this because the Pakistan Army fully supports them. The Pakistani IS supports them. I'm of the opinion that some of their top leaders have got dual role. They are also enrolled into the army. They carry out these acts. They go back. And this has been going on. And as far as they're going to Gaza is concerned, I think the Israelis must take a call. Gaza is a different story. Some of us tend to make a mistake between what is happening in Gaza and Israel and what is happening between us and Pakistan. The two different stories. We have been suffering with terrorism from last 35 years. It's all Pakistan doing. And Indian state has actually been very, 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 very liberal in dealing with them. Indian state has been very, very, has used all democratic means, has used all the tools which are human. Israelis don't treat anybody that way. So let's not talk of Gaza and this and if Pakistanis are most welcome and Israelis can sort them out. I got nothing to say like that. They are only trying to earn, more money by making such appeals from the hardline, Islamist hardline, terrorist organizations or their sponsors or their people, those who fund them. So their appeal is to people who fund them, agencies which fund them, because they are short of funds. They need to rebuild a lot. So this is where I think they are appealing. Otherwise, and he's accepting it because he's accepting it.
Sir, I'm getting in some breaking news. General Dayal, big breaking news coming in, sir. I just want to quickly, because I have to end the show right now, but I have to bring in this news. Last part, Trump has just given a soundbite. Donald Trump, the US president, has just given a soundbite that he's going to allow TikTok back in the United States. This is big because the US had come down hard on not just TikTok, but also on China. But Trump has admitted just now while speaking to the media that he's going to have talks with China, with Xi Jinping, and he's going to allow TikTok in the United States. He's saying he's finalizing the deal on TikTok with China as we speak. That's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 big debates coming up, including the 2 big stories we broke at 7 p.m. At 8 o'clock, Arnab will debate the cover-up in Delhi. 8:30, the big confessions from Pakistan. 9 p.m, why India needs Modi. Thanks for watching.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
थोड़े
तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
Not counting gang violence. Great.
You get the worst ideas when you have secularism. Men give birth. No borders. America's a terrible country. These things are almost all outgrowths of secularism. But this generation, you guys want something deeper. You want something more.
US most fiery right-wing speaker and US President Donald Trump's close ally, Charlie Kirk, was shot dead. He was shot straight in the neck while giving speech at a uni in Utah.
Just fired a firearm. Shots fired at UVU, Charlie Kirk, Turning Point.
The 31-year-old was US's most fiery right-wing speaker.
Speaking to you in my personal capacity tonight as a 26-year-old, I see the angst of young people as well as the challenges facing new parents. I am here tonight to tell you, to warn you, that this election is a decision between preserving America as we know it and eliminating everything that we love. To hold down the good, decent middle-class patriots striving to build a family and pursue a decent life.
So who was Charlie Kirk?
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। Century Ply Club Prime, रहो बेफिक्र।
We would also like to respond to the surprising, shallow and ill-informed remarks made by Switzerland, a close friend and partner. All the more important for Switzerland to avoid wasting the Council's time with narratives that are blatantly false and do not do justice to the reality of India.
Here we call on the government to take effective measures to protect minorities and uphold the rights to the freedom of expression and the freedom of the media. Here we call on the government to take effective measures to protect minorities and uphold the rights to the freedom of expression and the freedom of the media.
That have made remarks regarding India. We are compelled once again to address provocations from a country whose own leadership recently likened it to a dump truck. Perhaps an inadvertently apt metaphor for a state that continues to deposit recycled falsehoods and stale propaganda before this distinguished council. Pakistan's systematic abuse of this forum, coupled with its routine manipulation of the OIC as its mouthpiece, has become a familiar pattern. Its pathological fixation on India appears to provide it with existential validation. Yet, we must respond, lest we forget. Lest we forget the carnage of Pahalgam, where Pakistan-sponsored terrorists turned a meadow of joy into a killing field in April this year. Lest we forget 9/11, as the world marks its anniversary tomorrow, even as we witness today the hypocrisy of those who sheltered its mastermind and glorified him as a martyr. Lest we forget Pulwama, Uri, Pathankot, Mumbai. The list is endless, Mr. President. Yet, Pakistan demonstrates the audacity to take the floor today, feigning moral outrage while continuing to finance and shelter the very networks that threaten global security. The international community recognizes this charade for what it is. The world will not forget. India will not forget. Our measured and proportionate response to the Pahalgam attack made that sufficiently clear. We need no lessons from a terror sponsor, no sermons from a persecutor of minorities, no advice from a state that has squandered its own credibility. Mr. President, India will continue to protect its citizens with unwavering resolve. We will defend our sovereignty without compromise. And we will continue to expose, time and again, the elaborate deception of a failed state whose survival depends upon trafficking in terror and tragedy. Mr. President, we would also like to respond to the surprising, shallow and ill-informed remarks made by Switzerland, a close friend and partner. As it holds the UNHRC presidency, it is all the more important for Switzerland to avoid wasting the Council's time with narratives that are blatantly false and do not do justice to the reality of India. Instead, it should focus on its own challenges, such as racism, systematic discrimination, and xenophobia. As the world's largest, most diverse, and vibrant democracy, with a civilizational element.
From your smartphones to your smart televisions, the trending stories are always breaking the internet. India has scripted history with Anand Kumar and Krish Sharma clinching the first ever gold in World Skating Speed Skating Championship, and India has got its first skating champion when it comes to senior worlds. They both will be joining us live on the broadcast on Trending just a while from now. Meanwhile, Vaishali has made history after becoming the first Indian to defend the V-Day Women's Grand Swiss title. On the other side, Kim Jong-un has come up with a rather bizarre word ban. He has banned 2 words, viewers, and we'll tell you why. We have this and a lot more packed up for you in this edition of Trending with me, Rakshita. So India has carved a historic milestone in world skating as Anand Kumar Velkumar clinched the nation's first ever senior gold at the Speed Skating World Championships in China. The 22-year-old stormed to victory in the senior men's 1,000 meter sprint, becoming India's first world champion in the sport. The breakthrough gold came just a day after Velkumar secured a historic bronze in 500 meter sprint at the same championship, clocking 43.072 seconds to deliver India's first senior world's medal. Celebrations doubled up when Krish Sharma also struck gold in the junior men's 1,000 meter sprint, completing a landmark triumph for India in global skating. And we have joining on a Trending tonight the medalists themselves who have done India proud, Anand Kumar Velkumar and Krish Sharma. Many congratulations to you both, and it's an honor having you here. Anand, I'll start with you. You know, you're the first champion for India in terms of skating, the first senior gold medalist in skating. How's it feeling? You know, this is completely away from mainstream, but you've scripted history, and how?
It feels really amazing, and I'm honored to be India's first medalist in the senior category, and I hope I made the country proud, and I'm really happy about the gold medal.
And you know, you've been showered with so many praises. The Prime Minister also congratulated you, all the ministers and everybody, have their eyes on you. So much of encouragement coming in. Let's share us, how did it really begin? Because, when it comes to a sport like skating, it's mostly Western dominated. We've never seen India being very, very serious or, having ambitions to push professionally. But you have now gone places and you have had a very consistent rise. What do you credit behind this rise of yours, and what was the inspiration?
First of all, it's good to see that skating is on the rise in India, and I'm really happy to see that. And I think there are a lot of skating rinks coming up in India, and the sport is being more recognized. And I think India has a lot of talent, and that's what we're seeing now. The athletes are being guided in the right way, and the sport is being taken forward. So I think we will see more medals in the future.
And we also have Krish also with you. He's the junior champion, just like Anand. Now you're also the junior champion. Krish, how does it feel? And what really inspired you to take up skating, Krish?
I'm very grateful that I won a first ever gold medal in junior championship. For me, my coach, my parents inspired me to make that a podium and create history for India.
Right. And Anand, tell us more about the encouragement for a sport like skating in India. Do you feel that there is more and more exposure? I'm sure looking at you, there will be many people now who will be inspired, because skating has always been like a hobby, in schools. Even I've had an inclination towards skating, but it was never a serious sport, unlike cricket, tennis, even basketball for that matter. But what about skating? Do you feel that there are many opportunities in India, or there needs to be a further push?
I would say most of the skaters who are pursuing skating in India are doing it for their passion, because since the sport is not an Olympic sport, there is a lack of funding in our sport. I think that is something which would, if there is more funding in our sport or more government support, I think more skaters from the country can take up the sport professionally and pursue it further.
Right, encouragement and of course the push is very important. Krish, how did your parents or your family or friends, you're very young, this is the junior championship, but how did they react, and do you plan to take this forward? Do you want to pursue it in a higher professional stage?
My family and my parents are very proud of me, and they always push me in my skating and supported me, because they know I can do and very good in skating and make my country proud. Yep. And they always supported me, and so that today I won the first ever medal of India.
Yes, and Anand, we've seen that now after you, there will be many people who will be inspired. But tell us what really skating, what sort of skills, what sort of fitness, and what sort of mindset is required when it comes to a sport like skating, and if someone wants to pursue it for in an advanced level.
I think skating requires a lot of balance, agility, and especially strength in the lower body. And you also need to have a bit of quick decision-making skills, where you need to overtake other skaters on the left, right, or when you need to make your move. So, yeah, all these make up good things that a skater needs.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we saw that in your speed. You did the way you were sprinting through, a lot of balance and a lot of speed, and of course, focus is required. But thank you so much, Anand and Krish, for joining us on Republic TV and sharing your first reaction with us after that historic win at the championship. Viewers, meanwhile, we're getting in some breaking news, viewers. Donald Trump has made a big announcement that he's all set to finalize a TikTok deal with China. Now, Trump says, and I quote, "I'm going to talk to China president, and we are going to finalize the deal over TikTok," unquote. So that's the big breakthrough, viewers, in US and China. Now, you've seen that there has been a lot of churn when it comes to trade, it comes to tariffs, but now he is finalizing a TikTok deal with China, and he is going to talk to the Chinese president. That's what he's saying. Donald Trump, he's confirmed the deal, and there will be a new US owner that is going to be announced very, very soon. So that's a very, very interesting development that is coming in, viewers. Remember, Trump has repeatedly declined to enforce a law requiring the app to shut down due to worries it would anger the app's millions of users, disrupt political communications. Instead, it has extended the divestiture deadline on 3 separate occasions. And now he is talking about a deal on this short video app, TikTok. And that's the big update we have. TikTok, remember, is an app operating in the United States. And the deal will be transferring its US assets to US owners from China's ByteDance. That will potentially resolve a saga that has lingered for nearly a year, viewers. And this is, of course, a big update that is coming in from Washington, D.C. Trump finalizing a TikTok deal with China. Of course, viewers, this agreement could require approval from the Republican-controlled Congress. That, of course, remains to be seen. But this is the big breaking news we have right now. U.S. and China reached a framework deal on TikTok. And Trump and Xi are all set to speak very, very soon. Could be by Friday that they speak on this deal. And now a quick check of the trends that are running hot on social media today, viewers, on the internet and on the social media. It's time for the hot trends on trending. Grandmaster Ramesh Babu Vaishali created history by becoming the first Indian to defend the FIDE Women's Grand Swiss title. She held world champion Tan Zongyi to a draw in the final round, securing the crown and a place in the next year's candidate tournament. The moment has gone viral when she shares the trophy with her mother. She calls her mother near the stage, onto the stage, and alongside her mother, she holds the trophy, and also with another chess champion from India, that is Pragnananda, her brother. Kim Jong-un has banned the word hamburger for being too Western. You heard that right? And not just hamburger, there's several other words, anglicized words that he has banned. Tour guides in North Korea's new Wonsan beachside resort have been advised to avoid using certain words that are popular in the West and its neighboring South Korea. And that includes ice cream, that includes hamburger. All this when they're speaking to foreign visitors. Now, in a recent All right, viewers, now in the India-US collaboration event in Washington, D.C., U.S. astronauts Sunita Williams, Nick Hague and Butch Wilmore came together to discuss their experiences from the landmark Expedition 72 mission. They were joined virtually by Indian Air Force Group Captain and astronaut Shivansh Shukla, marking a significant moment in international cooperation in space exploration. Sunita Williams reflecting on the 9-month-long space mission. And now, okay, we shift our focus to a TikToker who died after a goodbye video. And she's called Marianne Izaguirre, if I'm pronouncing that right. A popular influencer died just weeks after she posted a video. And now Donald Trump has now hit the New York Times with a lawsuit, taking on the New York Times with a massive $15 billion lawsuit. The US president has accused the paper of defamation and labeled it a radical left mouthpiece. The case stems from a 2018 article on alleged Russian ties that Trump says was false and damaging. Beginning from the 1st of January next year, the employers in Canada will be legally required to inform the candidates of their application outcome within 45 days of the last interview. So the new rule applies to companies with 25 plus employees and is part of updated pay transparency laws in Canada. Bollywood actor Urvashi Rotela is reportedly yet to respond to the ED summons in the illegal betting app case. The agency had summoned her for questioning on Tuesday, but she failed to appear. She skips this summon. It will mark the second time she has missed, and it is the second time she has actually missed this scheduled appearance. Online gaming addictions fast emerging as a silent killer among the youth. The latest comes from Lucknow. Yash Kumar, 6th class student, allegedly died by suicide after losing his father's entire life savings of 13 lakh rupees to an online game. The Indian Embassy in Saudi Arabia organized a vibrant cultural event to celebrate Hindi Divas, reflecting the growing appreciation for the Hindi language in the country. The highlight of the evening was a soulful rendition of the iconic song Phir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani by Saudi national Ahmad Sultan Mehmani, leaving the audience in awe. In Bihar's Purnia, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar brushed aside speculation of party defection with a trademark quip. When asked about leaders switching sides, Nitish joked, "Hamari party ke log idhar udhar nahi jate hain," drawing laughter from the crowd. Right now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has signaled that Israel may resume strikes on terrorists in foreign countries. This comes amid Israel's recent strike in Qatar that eliminated senior Hamas leadership. Netanyahu's warning underscores Israel's doctrine of preemptive defense, a strategy it has long employed to neutralize external threats. And remember, this comes amid Israel's ground offensive, expanded ground operations in the Gaza city.
PLO terrorists murdered our athletes to the Olympic Games. And my predecessor, Golda Meir, vowed that we shall track down these terrorists and get them one by one, which is what we proceeded to do in the leading European countries. And we did this one by one by one. I didn't hear a great cry of wrongdoing to these countries. Even though they weren't harboring terrorists, the terrorists were there. Okay, they didn't even harbor them, as is the case in other cases. The terrorists happened to be on that soil, and we acted, which is what democracies do, including the leading democracy, when they have the ability to target terrorists too.
Now, a cloudburst in Uttarakhand has unleashed havoc across Dehradun and nearby regions. Rivers have breached the banks, temples and markets lie underwater. Key roads and bridges have collapsed and frantic rescue efforts are underway. Dehradun woke up to destruction, viewers, after this cloudburst late night that triggered flash floods eventually. The overflowing Tamsa River swamped the historic Tapkeshwar Mahadev temple, one of the city's most revered shrines.
आज सुबह 5 बजे से नदी ने एकदम विकराल रूप धारण करना शुरू किया और देखते ही देखते जो है पूरी हनुमान जी की मूर्ति भी लगभग डूब गई थी और पूरा जो टपकेश्वर महादेव मंदिर का जो परिसर है पूरा जलमग्न हो गया और जो टपकेश्वर मंदिर के अंदर हमारे जो पुजारी गण हैं, जो संत गण हैं, वो लोग बमुश्किल जो है ऊपर निकले और बजरंगबली की कृपा से, भोलेनाथ की कृपा से, शंकर भगवान की कृपा से सभी सुरक्षित जो है बाहर निकले। और मुझे लगता है कि विगत 400-500 सालों में इस प्रकार का जो ये विकराल रूप है ये कभी सुनने में नहीं आया है और लगभग 25-30 साल से तो हम ही देख रहे हैं, लगभग 30 साल से कभी जो है इसके आधा पानी भी नहीं आ पाया। तो इस बार जो है बादल फटने से बहुत ही विकराल स्थिति है और जो यहाँ पे चारों तरफ जो है काफ़ी नुकसान हुआ है और ईश्वर की कृपा से मुझे लगता है कि जनहानि तो कम से कम।
So there you saw the visuals, viewers, inside the temple's cave complex. The flood waters surging nearly 10 to 12 feet high, submerging even the sacred shivling. So the visuals, viewers, are extremely dramatic as you see, and we are running more and more visuals. This ferocious flow of water and the rescue operations, of course, also facing several challenges. And viewers, we are bringing you more visuals how the fury of the Sahastradhara river has inundated the shops and homes. So viewers, has also collapsed across the state of Uttarakhand. Section of Dehradun-Haridwar highway gave way while in Maldevta, nearly 100 meters of road was forced into the river. Meanwhile, Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Pushkar Singh Dhami, toured the flood-ravaged zone, taking stock of the damage and promising swift relief.
सड़क पूरी तरह से बह गई है, घरों को बहुत नुकसान हुआ है, सरकारी संपत्तियों को नुकसान हुआ है और पूरा जनजीवन अभी अस्त व्यस्त है। उसको सामान्य करने के लिए सभी प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं। बहुत सारे संपर्क मार्ग कट गए हैं। अभी नदियों का जो जल स्तर है वो भी काफ़ी बढ़ा हुआ है। पुल भी खतरे की जद में, आप देख रहे होंगे ये हमारा सोंग और बांदल दो नदियाँ यहाँ पर मिलती हैं, उस पुल को भी खतरा हो गया है, उसका जल स्तर कम होगा। हम लोग सभी विभाग हमारे युद्ध स्तर पर काम कर रहे हैं, सभी कोऑर्डिनेशन।
Rescue agencies have also swung into action. Viewers, the NDRF, SDRF teams moved the residents to higher ground, pulling the stranded vehicles out of the gushing streams and shifting the families to safety. At the Devbhoomi Institute in Ponda, floodwaters trapped nearly 200 students inside. Dramatic visuals showing them being evacuated by rescue teams in a race against time. And viewers, with the rivers in spate, roads collapsing and families displaced, Uttarakhand, the Devbhoomi, has once again been reminded of the fragility of the mountains. The full extent of damage is still emerging, even as rescue and relief operations continue on a war footing amid the warnings of more heavy rain. And meanwhile, viewers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is turning 75 tomorrow, marking the day with the inauguration of a mega textile park in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar. As India's longest-serving non-Congress Prime Minister and the first non-Congress leader to complete 2 full terms in office, Modi's journey has become emblematic of continuity and change in Indian politics. Under his leadership, the country has moved steadily towards the vision of a developed nation, earning